What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with yet again another perfume experience and continuing with the House of Amouage theme. Today I have for you guys Amouage Gold Man. So here we go. So this is the little sampler that we're looking at today. Alright, so I've already sprayed once from this, and it is delectable, to say the least. So, as per usual on this channel, we're gonna go over the musing for the sampler as well as the notes, then the perfume experience of yours truly. Now, I've already smelled this before, so this won't be the first time. So I already have an idea of what I'm getting into. But with that said, let's get started. I do have some coffee brewed here, but I literally just brewed it and it's piping hot. So I'm gonna wait on that for a bit before I start sipping on it. But for those of you that are familiar with the tradition on this channel, make sure to go grab yourself your favorite snack, favorite bevy or cafe. Sit back, relax, and let's get started with this. All right, so Amouage Gold Man. So the musing goes, actually let's do the musing first. The musing, the gift of kings. Gold Man was Sultan Qaboos's gift to kings and princes around the world. The spectacular light of the lily of the valley crowns the powdery shades of the Omani rock rose and shines with the formidable and minty clarity of the royal Hujari frankincense. Myrrh, delirious with warmth, and a pearlescent and indolic white jasmine stand on an iris from which emanates a rich, terribly luxurious scent of metallic irons, violet, I have no idea what this, iononis, and waxy, buttery notes of cocoa butter. The light grows ever brighter. The Mysore sandalwood, rounded by vanillic and carnal white musks, mimics the smell of hot sand, slightly salted by a touch of real ambergris. An incomparable treasure, its animality arches over that of civet, its tobacco undertones highlighted by those of patchouli, while oak moss and cedarwood transform them into a resolute sheaf. Overflowing with Omani rock rose, Hujari frankincense, and golden ambergris, Gold Man distills the most royal riches of the Sultanate of Oman. Gold Man is only expensive once. After that, it's priceless. Okay? The perfumer is Guy Robert. Alright, so here again, another house. This time, I don't know if I would call the Amouage niche or designer. Let's go say niche, okay, to err on the side of caution. But other than Ansar Oud, here's another house claiming, to give out perfumes that are similar to those of Sultan Qaboos. So everybody's laying claim to Sultan Qaboos. Okay. Alright, in terms of notes, so the top notes are rose, lily of the valley, and frankincense. The heart notes are jasmine, orris, and myrrh. And the base notes are ambergris, civet, musk, cedarwood, sandalwood, oak moss, and patchouli. Alright, you guys, so that is in terms of the notes. And now I'm just gonna take a sip of my coffee. Oh yeah, I need that. Okay, so let's get started with the perfume experience. Oh wow, that is very, very generous spray right here. All right. So as you guys can see, the print is over here, the spray print. And like I said, the spray is very generous. You need to be a bit careful with spraying it. Now, what I will say is that this is a bit oily, a bit greasy, and while it's not dark in color, it wouldn't stain your shirt, but just be wary that there is a bit of an oil slash grease facet to this. It is clear and transparent, so like I said, it won't stain your t-shirt. And the spray print is fairly big, so the spray is very generous, so something to keep in mind. And all right, let's get started with the perfume. God, this is wow. All right, so first two things that come to mind are very luxurious and babies. Okay, and the reason I say the luxurious makes sense, I'm gonna assume, but babies because the scent reminds me a lot of like baby products. I don't know if any of you guys have children, but you know the lotions you use on babies after you change their diapers and whatnot smells a lot like this. Wow. So one thing I'm gonna say off of the top here is that the civet is prominent without being pissy at all. Instead, you're getting this lotiony, creamy, warm, soothing vibe that you get with civet, and it's very distinctive, but you don't get any pissy facets. Okay, and this is most certainly complemented by the sandalwood in here, as well as some of the musks. They don't go into what kind of musks are in here, but there most certainly is musky qualities to this. It also has this very lotiony facet to it, and I'm gonna say this is a function of the rose in here. This reminds me a lot of the rose in the, if my memory serves correctly, Oud Royale in Ansar Oud. It's just very very lotiony, very creamy. Wow. Right, what else is in there? Just so I can reference some of these notes. Frankincense. I don't really pick on that. Jasmine, orris, and myrrh. There's definitely jasmine and orris in here. Again, that buttery, sort of creamy, lotiony facet would be complemented by that. And myrrh, again, I can't really pick on it. Ambergris and civet. I can get the ambergris in here. There's a bit of saltiness, sort of fresh sea scent to this, but it's not overpowering. The civet is definitely there. Musks. There's definitely a musky facet to this, but you don't get the overly muggy quality you would get with a musk. Cedarwood, oak moss, and patchouli. So you do have some green facets to this, would be a function of the cedarwood, oak moss, and patchouli, but again, very undertoned. You get more of the sandalwood in here for sure, and you get quite a bit of lily of the valley. Wow. Okay. All right, so that is in terms of the notes in here. So overall, I'm gonna say it's a very well blended perfume, but not too blended to the point where you can't make distinction between the notes. And it's just, God, it's so lovely. Like, it's just whiffing off of my skin. I can smell it. And it's interesting because right now also I'm wearing around my neck and clavicles Abdul Samad al-Qurashi Kalkasi Oud, the 150-year aged. and this stuff is potent. Like you're just sniffing it constantly, and I've had it on now for hours. But this is doing very well, projecting off of my forearm towards my nose. Interestingly enough, because it's very distinctive in its scent profile, my nose keeps switching between ASQ and Amouage here. So this is fascinating for me to go through that experience right now. But anyways, in terms of wow, in terms of performance of Amouage Goldman, what can you expect? Again, even though I'm saying it's projecting off of my skin, I'm gonna say medium to strong in terms of projection, trail, and sillage, just because, again, comparing it to some of the other perfumes and oils that I have, it is not beast mode by any stretch of the imagination, okay? But it will do well somewhere between medium to strong. In terms of, gender profile, this one is really interesting because even though it is marketed for men and is sold as gold man, I actually can see the ladies pulling this off just because of the very lotiony quality of this. It does have a feminine leaning side to it. So I would say, ladies, do not be put off by this. You can actually pull this off very well. And the more masculine notes in here, like the cedarwood and patchouli and the oak moss, are very undertoned. So you will not, be walking around smelling like a man. I actually would say this is unisex rather than saying it's just for men. It definitely has both masculine and feminine leaning qualities. I'm gonna say that the star of this really isn't even the lily of the valley or the rose. It's the civet, the sandalwood, and the orris is what shines here, and they could work both ways, male or female. Okay, in terms of how you would address this, as much as I would like to say formal, I wouldn't say this is a formal scent. Again, it's very opulent, luxurious, soft, and very elegant, but I wouldn't say to the point of a formal. So somewhere between casual and semi-formal slash semi-casual is how I would dress this, regardless for the gentlemen or the ladies. Okay, in terms of a time of day, wow. Okay, I'm gonna say this is versatile enough to wear through the whole day, so morning, afternoon, and evening, and depending on which facet you're tapping into and how you're dressing it and context, which we'll get into shortly, you can really play this perfume to the time of day. Okay, so you have the civet and the musks definitely will come out and shine in the evening, as well as the jasmine, but you can also have the jasmine shine in the morning. The ambergris does well in the morning. You have the oak moss, the cedarwood, and the patchouli, which does well in the morning and in the afternoon. So it's a very versatile perfume in terms of notes and how you can wear them across the day. So I'm gonna say any time of the day is gonna be fine to wear this on. In terms of seasons, even though we have quite a bit of musks and resins in here, they're very well balanced. They're not beast mode. So while I typically would recommend resins and musks for winter and fall, I'm gonna say with this one, it's best to wear it during spring and summer, just because it's such a light and delicate perfume, and you've got quite a bit of delicate florals in there, like lily of the valley, rose, and the jasmine, which basically will do best in hotter, slightly warmer temperatures. So I'm gonna say more spring summer scent. Okay, in terms of context, where would you wear this? As a place, surrounding, and whatnot? I wouldn't recommend this for an office, just because it's not an office scent. It doesn't lend itself to an office and the formality of that office. Not that it's informal or too loud or obnoxious or just not fitting for an office setting. It's not its vibe, okay? This is a kind of scent you're gonna put on when you're out for a brunch or cocktails, or when you are out shopping, or you're going to a spa day. It's a kind of scent you wear when you're relaxing and enjoying yourself. And the reason I say that is because, you know, civet is a very soft scent when it doesn't have the pissy facet, which this does not. You have the sandal, you have the orris, you have the florals, you have the resins in here, and the frankincense. So it's such a, you know, luxurious, opulent scent where you just sit back, relax, enjoy yourself, relish at the moment, you know, just centering yourself, getting out of your head, being in your body, and just enjoying the moment you're in, not, you know, being stuck in the past or worrying about the future. So it's that kind of a scent, okay? It's that kind of context you need to be in to enjoy a scent like that. And it's a very leisurely scent, okay? So if you also want to light up a cigar, sit on a nice, you know, leather couch, enjoy yourself as you smoke that cigar, looking at your fireplace, petting your hunting dog, which I still don't have one. I'm trying to get one, and it's a nightmare trying to ship dogs now. But I digress. It's that kind of a scent, okay? It's just so opulent and majestic. Truly, it really is. I mean, and the civet here is beautiful. I have quite a few civets. And the civet in this is just, wow. It captures civet very well without it being overly potent or overly weak. It's just, it has this animalic facet to it. It has this sensuality. There's an undertone sexuality to this too. So it's definitely a leisurely scent, okay? And take that in terms of how you would wear it, when you would wear it, and where would you wear it, and in whose company you would wear it. I wouldn't recommend it as a date scent. It isn't really that kind of a scent, but it's definitely something that you want to wear when you are enjoying your leisure time. Now, in terms of the sort of age group that would enjoy this, I don't think the younger crowds, being in your teens or 20s, are gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna go as far as saying also early 30s might not enjoy it, but mid 30s onwards, I think you're gonna have an appreciation for this, especially that this captures more of a traditional perfumery style, using quite a bit of old ingredients like ambergris, musk, civet, orris, sort of those traditional perfumery based oils. And I think just an older generation with a more sophisticated nose would appreciate a perfume like this, and it's more befitting really of that age group in terms of enjoying something like this, having had enough experience in terms of, let's say, travels or life experience, or even, you know, olfactory experience. I think you'd have the most appreciation for a scent like this. So with that said, you guys, would I recommend Amouage Goldman? 100% yes. Get your nose on it, get your wallet on it, cop it. If you are into a civet based scent, again, while there is the lily of the valley here, smells good, I'm gonna say that this is a civet centric scent. And anytime I see a perfumer reference Sultan Qaboos, generally speaking, it involves civet. So I'm gonna say, if you're a civet fan, if you wanted a different civet scent, but still capturing this familiar, comforting, sensual civet note and profile, get on this. Get your nose on it, get your wallet on it, cop it. Good news is Amouage does samples, so you can actually get your nose on it before ordering the full bottle. Now, I have enough civets at this point not to go ahead and order a full bottle of this, but if you don't have enough civets, okay, and by enough I mean more than 3, okay, go and get yourself this. This is a gorgeous civet scent. But for myself, I won't pull the trigger on full bottle just because I have enough civets. And like I said, the thing about civet is that once you get into it, the note and the profile is just recognizable no matter how many other ingredients you throw with it. And that's why civet is such a gorgeous, consistent note. It's because, you know, it's just there. You recognize it if you're a fan of it and appreciate it and enjoy it. So with that said, you guys, I will wrap it up here today. As per usual, very much appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.